Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review will be The Walking Dead World Beyond, Episode 2. Let's get into it. So, this episode was pretty much a character development episode, and not too much really happened. Last episode ended with CRM taking over the campus colony in Omaha, and the four teenagers setting out on their journey, heading to New York for Hope and Iris to find their father, Leo. And this is just their journey, and it ended with Iris stepping out, basically looking like she's going to get her first zombie kill. And of course, getting her first zombie kill really wasn't successful. Everything that Felix was teaching people how to kill the zombies, she, was doing all the wrong stuff, and she ended up going over like a ditch with the zombie, and the zombie got stuck, but she pretty much like not really hurt herself, but just fell, and they still didn't kill the zombie. So this is basically going to be like their journey. What I'm picking up is that we're going to see how they start out from the beginning of their journey to how they end up to wherever they make it to, like how their characters developed and changed, how they went from teenagers, young people, growing up to be adults, and their maturity level, and how they're starting off as like rookies killing zombies, and then turn into like how the original Walking Dead, how they're kill zombies, they know what to do and everything like that. Even though they got the history and the knowledge, and Felix was training them how to kill the zombies and everything in class, but to actually get out there and do it in real time is a different ball game. So that's basically their uh, character development for each character. And Hope is leaving breadcrumbs because she kind of like got the feeling that Felix is going to come looking for them, and she's leaving breadcrumbs so he know where to go. So she's leaving like different objects behind where he was know that they were there. Meanwhile, Felix is on his way to find them, and it's showing him flashbacks when he was a teenager, and some of the things he went through with his father. And his father, he was supporting his family financially, and while he was supporting his family financially, his father went into like his computer and found out that he was a homosexual, and the father pretty much disowned him and didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And he was like pretty much hurt and crushed, and pretty much told him like, listen, I y'all need this money and everything like that, we could work this out. And the dad pretty much was like, nah, like, we'll need your money, you need to get out of my house and all that. So when the zombie apocalypse took fold, it shows him running back to where his parents lived at, and he banged on the door, and no one came. I mean, no one came to the door, but the dad was like, "Get away from here," pretty much. And so he, shows him as a young man crying, even yelling out to his mom, like, but nobody came. So that's pretty much how, it shows the backstory on that with Felix. And Huck is just there listening to him the whole time, pretty much. And on the kids' journey, one of the times they were taking refuge in like a treehouse at night, and they Hope is carrying around this bowling ball, and there's a zombie that early in the day Silas could kill the zombie, but he didn't. And so that same zombie like somehow found them when they were up at the treehouse, and Hope pretty much like dropped her bowling ball on the zombie's head. The zombie didn't die or anything. It just took the blow, but was still coming. But so in the middle of the night, you could still hear the zombie out there. So Hope had like a lighter, and she threw like a match. A stuffed animal through it to get the zombie attention, and then went out and went to attack and fight the zombie. But she's still a young fighter too, and it's to be in real world, actually see the zombies. They get, even if they've been taught, they're frightened right now. They don't have they're teenagers. They don't have the wherewithal. Like we see a young Judith that's like 9, 11 years old on the show, and Judith is just like Daryl call her a kicker, and just taking out zombies with no fear, nothing, slicing them with her katana blade and shooting them and all that. Like, these is teenagers, and they got all the fear in the world. So it's more realistic in a sense when you see what they're doing versus when you see a 9-year-old Judith doing what she be doing. So her approach trying to fight the zombie, she's doing the same thing Iris did. So then she had the good mind of basically lure the zombie to the pool and dodge the zombie and let the zombie fall over, but she almost fell over herself. So they really don't have the whole theory down with attacking the head, just using their weapon to puncture the head and get rid of the zombie. So Elton came down and seen that she snuck out in the middle of the night. Pretty much she was like, just keep it a secret, don't tell Iris that I did this. So the next day, they all woke up and they all traveling. So they seen in the far, like it was this big clouded smoke that they've been hearing about. And pretty much what happens is wherever this area is, it's like an industrial park or something that has tires, and tires get burned for a real long time. So what happens is the smoke and attention keeps drawing more and more zombies to the area, and that's why it keeps burning, and it's a smoky area. So they like, well, let's just go around it. They like, well, that's going to derail us because we got to go around a river versus if we get through this, we're going to save time. So they elect to go through it, and when they elect to go through it, they trying to figure out a way to divert the attention of the zombies, and Elton comes up with an idea. We make it to a particular location, and we sound the alarm off, and it draw the attention of the zombies, and then we'll get a clean path to go another way. And so they basically at that moment they know it got to be a sacrifice. And so in the middle of the night, it shows Hope leaving again and going to fulfill that plan. And at first Iris and them was like, no, we can't sacrifice nobody, we gotta stick together. And so of course Iris in the middle of the night took it upon herself to say, I gotta do it, they'll only slow me up. So that was pretty much the episode. Nothing too spectacular, just trying to build character development to get some backstories and, you know, try to, you know, get engaged with the characters, I guess, if you want to say. I really don't know where this is going. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Right now, we just, you know, watching it because if you're uh, a fan of The Walking Dead or you like zombie apocalypse, you tuned in. But if you were just coming in for the first time, it's kind of slow. So it's like, it's hard. It'd be hard to get like a new fan base with these episodes because it's not enough to draw you in. A lot of people that's tuning in is like because they're a zombie apocalypse fan or they already into The Walking Dead, so they giving it a chance. But if you was just like a new fan, it's too slow for you to just get into it. Or you might just be a new fan saying, "Hey, I missed all the other spin-offs and the originals, so I'm gonna just try to become a fan and try to become one with this new show because I couldn't become one with the other ones because they were too far gone." So other than that, I guess it was just a okay episode. I'm still giving it a chance. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Till next time.